Welcome friends and welcome to my series of video lectures on theory of structures. In today's lecture, we are going to continue with the topic of portal frames. We are going to solve a numerical problem on drawing bending moment diagram for a portal frame using moment distribution method. The topic of portal frames is related to the course outcome TOS E, which is application of moment distribution method to the continuous beams and portal frames. Here we are going to solve a numerical problem on bending moment diagram for non-sway frame by moment distribution method. Let us look at this portal frame. This is the problem, and this portal frame, for this we have to draw the bending moment diagram using moment distribution method. As you can see here, the portal frame is a symmetric frame and we have to draw BMD for it. Now, for drawing the bending moment diagram for a portal frame, we are going to use a very simple trick. The trick is this, that we will change the shape of this portal frame. We will assume that this portal frame is straightened. That means this column BA is made horizontal and column CD is also made horizontal, so that we get a straightened frame like this ABCD. So this is nothing but the straightened shape of the portal frame given here. And also obviously the scale has been changed. I have enlarged the frame. So this is the very simple trick we are going to do and which works for portal frames. So they can be converted into equivalent continuous beams so that the problem becomes as the same as that of a continuous beam. So let us see how the things get transformed. So here AB is having moment of inertia I, so this is I. BC is having moment of inertia 2I and this CD is having I. Now there is no load on the span AB and CD, and there is a load on BC, so we will show the load BC on BC. This is 2 kilonewton per meter. Now we are totally in the topic of moment distribution method for continuous beams. Now here let me mention that I am assuming that the student is already aware of moment distribution method. He knows how to apply moment distribution method to a continuous beam, and accordingly I will be going step by step. If you are not aware or if you are not confident about the moment distribution method itself, I think I will advise you to watch my video on Introduction to Moment Distribution Method. So now let us start with step 1, step 2. We know that in moment distribution method, we are assuming all the supports to be fixed. If you look here, support A is already fixed, but support B is a roller support. This roller support we have introduced while converting this frame into a continuous beam. At B actually there is a rigid joint, but we have shifted it here and we have replaced it by a roller support which is a continuous support. So this joint C is converted into a roller support as a continuous support. So we are having this A as fixed support, B as a simple support, C as a simple support and D as a fixed support. But in step 1 of moment distribution method, we will assume that this support B as well as C are fixed. So if they are fixed, then the beam is broken into 3 fixed beams AB, BC and CD. So step 1 is assume all supports fixed. All supports as fixed. Now due to this step, what happens is the entire continuous beam of 3 spans gets converted into 3 separate fixed beams. Now every fixed beam will have its own fixed end moments. You have already studied the topic of fixed beams, because the topic of fixed beams is a prerequisite topic for the moment distribution method itself. So we know that for a fixed beam we will have fixed end moments. So we will calculate the fixed end moments, and in short we call them as FEMs. So in step 1 we will calculate the fixed end moments. Now in that we will see that consider span AB. Fixed end moments are calculated span wise. But we will see here that there is no load on AB. So there are no fixed moments. So fixed end moment M AB is equal to fixed end moment at BA equal to 0. This problem, though there is no load on AB, so there is no fixed end moment. Now we go to span BC. The fixed end moment MBC will be equal to minus fixed end moment MCB equal to minus WL square by 12. This is equal to minus 2 into 6 square by 12. This will work out to be minus 6 kilonewton meter. This is our usual procedure of calculation of fixed end moments as in fixed beams. Now going to span CD, we observe that there is no load on span CD, so again the fixed end moments will be 0. So MCD equal to MCB, MDC equal to 0. So then, because there is no load, the fixed end moments will be 0. You can mention here that there is no load. Now, this is the end of step 1. Now we go for step 2. Step 2 is calculation of distribution factors. Calculation of distribution factors. We know that in moment distribution method, at the joints at B and at C, we are required to distribute moments. The moment distribution factors are therefore required to be calculated at every joint. So joint is a point at which 2 or more members are meeting. So in this ABCD, B and C are joints. So we will consider first joint B. At B, there are 2 beams meeting, BA and BC. So if a moment is applied at B, how much of it will be transferred to BA and how much to BC will be decided by this distribution factor. So joint B, distribution factor D, BA is given by, as we know, KBA upon KBA plus KBC. K we mean that it is stiffness factor of the beam. Stiffness factor of the beam. Look at B. As A is a fixed end, this BA, the stiffness factor KBA is 4 into EI upon L. So this is 4 EI upon L. L is 4 meters upon again the same factor is there, 4EI upon 4 plus KBA plus KBC. This BC is this C support. From B, the C support is a continuous support. So its stiffness factor will also be 4EI upon L. 4E into, now this I is to be replaced by 2I, because for BC the value of I is equal to twice I. So 2I upon, the value L is 6 meters for BC. This is 6. So we get this value. If you calculate this value, you will get that value as 3/7, or you can say 0.43. 3/7. So that the distribution factor BC will be equal to 1 minus distribution factor DBA, and this will be 4/7. The other value will be 4/7. So in this way, at joint B, we have calculated the value of DBC and DBA. DBA is 3/7, DBC is 4/7. So whatever moment is applied at B, 3/7 of it will go to BA and 4/7 of it will go to BC. That is the meaning. Now we will go to joint C. Again at joint C we know that there are two beams meeting, CB and CD. So the formula is for CB, it is KCB upon KCB plus KCD. So this will be equal to, now look at KCB, CB, this is a continuous support, so this is 4 into I upon L, so it is 4 into twice I upon 6 divided by 4 into twice I upon 6 plus, look at the other part CD, this end is fixed, so again the factor will be the same, it is 4 into EI, so it is, I will remain as it is I upon, the value is 4. So we get this factor as 4/7. And therefore we get the other factor as DCD equal to 1 minus DCB equal to 3/7. So the factors, distribution factor at CB, at C, this is 4/7, this is 3/7. Here this was 3/7, this was 4/7. So in this step 2, we have calculated the distribution factors at B and C. So these were the step 1 and step 2 for the moment distribution method. So friends, we are solving the problem on moment distribution method, and we have done step 1 and step 2. In the next video, we will continue the same problem with step 3 as the moment distribution table and bending moment diagram. So goodbye till then.